All right. So, the extra class, not the extra class actually. Last week we missed the class. The rescheduled class will be on 24th morning. So we'll start at around 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Okay? Okay, Lamai? Okay. එතකොට මම link එකක් එවන්නම්. So that is confirmed. And where did we stop the last day we had the class? Where did we stop? The last day we had the class, where did we stop? Which lesson were we doing? Angles in a circle. Did I give any homework? I think yes, no, may pasindu dala තියෙන්න එකනේ. Right, 30.4 question 1 and 2, then miscellaneous question 6 and 7. Okay, let me share the whiteboard. Okay. Second. $30.4. That is the probability lesson, no? Okay. 30.5 එකේ මොනවද දුන්නේද? Can someone quickly confirm the homework, please? මට හරියටම කියන්න මොනවද homework දුන්නේ කියලා ළමයි? Which, since we didn't have the class last week, I'm asking about the homework I gave the week before. Quickly. Hmm? Let me see. 30.4. That's it. 30.5 වල මොනවද දුන්නේද? Right. Okay. No worries. Let me reshare the whiteboard then. Okay. 30.4, 1 and 2. I have shared the whiteboard. I hope all of you can see. Whoever cannot see, I will share a link in the main chat. Click on that link and you will be able to read. Okay. 30.4. X and Y are independent events. Probability of X is half and probability of X intersection Y is 1/3. Find the probability of Y and probability of probability of X union Y. Okay, let's try this. What did you get for the first one? What is the answer you got? And please, everybody answer. What is this? මොනාරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඇහුවම either unmute and speak or නැත්නම් ටක් ගාලා chat box එකේ දාන්න. I can't wait forever. Okay? Okay, what is the answer for probability of Y? What did you get? 2/3. Chenuli has gotten 2/3. What about others? 2/3 Metna also. Okay, we'll see. Api dannawa, if there are independent events, probability of each event multiplied will give the probability of the intersection of the two events, right? So probability of X multiplied by probability of y will give you probability of x intersection y. So probability of x is half. Probability of y you don't know. So let's keep it like that because that is what they're asking. Probability of x intersection y is 1 over 3. If I want to find the probability of y, my path 1 over 3, so this 2, when I bring it to other side, it becomes multiplication. The 1, when I bring it to other side, it becomes division. So I don't have to write it. I can just write 2 over 3. So yes, correct. Then Roman number 2. Probability of x union y. What are the answers you all got? Metna, Lankita, Chenuli, Sahiru, Randira. What are the answers you all got? Okay, Chenuli. Okay, Metna. Sahiru, Lankita, Randira. Karada meva. Feel like you have not done the homework. Sahiru, Lankita, did you all do the homework? Randira's audio is not connected, it seems. Randira, can you hear me? Okay, Lankita, why didn't you do the homework? Were you absent last week? Were you absent last week? Sahiru, did you do the homework? Sahiru, did you do the homework? Why not? This was 2 weeks ago. Why were you not able to do the homework? And Lankita, if you were absent, did you ask for the recording from me? I don't remember. As I said, I don't always, they can open attendance sheet mark kar hitiyata samalavata mata samara weeks wala bari wena. So mangana mara last 2 weeks wage class ekawat mark karana bari wena. Last 2 or 3 weeks. But whether I remember or not, whether I track your attendance or not, you have to know. Mama present, mama absent. If I am absent, I have to get the recording. That is your responsibility. Okay. So yes, Sahiru මොකද homework කරේ නැත්තේ? For 2 weeks? Okay. So next week you must do homework unless you have a very valid excuse, right? රන්දිරගෙන් මම අහන්නේ මොකද රන්දිරගේ audio video දෙකම connect වෙලා නැති හින්දා. Okay? When you're absent, you request for the recording, right? මම චුට්ටක් හරි delay වුණොත් මට ආයෙ message එකක් දාලා මතක් කරන්න, right? So I will send you the recording and also homework අනිවාර්යෙන් කරන් යන්න ඕනේ. Everybody, okay? So probability of x union y equals probability of x plus probability of y minus probability of x intersection y. Now probability of x they had given in the question, no? Probability of x is half, right? Then probability of y we found out. Probability of y is 2 over 3. X intersection y tapi danna 1 over 3. Now let's get a common denominator. So what is the common denominator here? 2 is 3 ne ena common denominator එක වෙන්නේ 6 ne. So I will multiply this by 3 to make it 6. Ena මෙයාව 3 ගෙන් multiply කර. I will multiply this by 2. This also I will multiply by 2. Multiplied by, sorry. Yes, multiplied by 2. This also multiplied by 2. To get the common denominator, 6. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 2 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. So 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 minus 2 is 5. So answer is 5/6. Is this clear to all of you? Give me a thumbs up, please. Others? Lankita? Okay. Randira seems to still have trouble. No? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, then the second question. An unbiased coin and a fair die numbered 1 to 6 are tossed simultaneously. Represent the sample space relevant to this experiment in a grid. Okay. Okay. And then take the event of a coin showing heads as A. Okay. එහෙනම් අපි මේක grid එකක draw කරමු. So we can see there's a coin tossed and there's a die, right? Coin එකක මොනවාද අපිට outcomes? What are the possible outcomes from a coin? What are the possible outcomes of a coin? Yes. Head and tail. And from a die, you can get මෙතන කියලා තියෙනවා numbered from 1 to 6 කියලා නේ. එහෙනම් ඒ numbers ටික එන්න ඕනේ. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay. Now we will mark this on a grid, right? First කියන්නේ මේ die එකේ 1 ඇවිල්ලා coin එකේ head එන්න පුළුවන්. Die එකේ 2 ඇවිල්ලා coin එකේ head. So likewise, මෙහෙම එන්න පුළුවන්. And also මෙහෙම එන්න පුළුවන්. This is how you mark the sample space on a grid. Okay. So do you have any complaints? Is this correct or is this wrong? What do you think? Any feedback on my grid? How I mark the sample space on a grid? Any feedback on this? This is correct. Is there anything missing in this sample space? Anything missing? Yeah. Access mark කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. I got that answer. Yes. Access mark කරලා තියෙන්න ඕනේ. So since they have said that the event of the coin showing heads as anane eke A B කියලා mark කරලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ එතකොට, right? So yes, we have to mark as the coin and the die, right? So මේ පැත්තේ තියන්නේ the coin and මේ පැත්තේ තියන්නේ the die. Okay, නැත්නම් tossing a die, something. The axes have to be marked, otherwise there is no context. Okay. Hari. Take the event of the coin showing heads as A and the event of the die showing the number 4 as B. Show these events on the grid and find the probabilities of the events below. Roman number 1, probability of A. A කියන්නේ coin showing heads. What is the probability of the coin showing heads? What is the probability of the coin showing heads? We have to mark this on the, show it on the grid, right? So බලන්න මේ මුළු එකම the coin is showing the heads, right? Die එකේ මොනවාද පේන්නේ කියලා වැඩක් නැහැ. The die might show 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, it doesn't matter. What matters is what is shown on the coin. So if as long as the coin shows head, that is all that matters. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ කියන event එක. So that means That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 over, there's a total of 12. 6 over 12 කියන්නේ probability එක half. Is that clear, ළමයි? Give me a thumbs up if it's clear. Okay. Others? Excuse me. Okay. Probability of B. Show the event of the die showing number 4 is B. The die එක තමයි අපි බලන්න ඕනේ. So we don't care about the coin. And what it shows, we are only caring about the die. So the event of the die showing number 4, මම මේක දාන Roman number 2 එක කියලා නැත්නම් මාක් කරේ නැත්නම් ඒක තේරෙන්නේ නැහැනේ. Here we have covered or enclosed 2 crosses. So the probability is 2 over 12. That would be 1 over 6. Okay, that is 1 over 6. Then probability of A intersection B. What did you all get for that? Probability of A intersection B එකට මොකක්ද ආවේ? Probability of A intersection B. Okay, Metna. ඕන මේ දෙක multiply කරන්න පුළුවන් because they are independent events. You know, in independent events දෙක multiply කරාම ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ intersection එක එනවා. එහෙම නැත්නම් කොහොමද අපි sample space එකේ කියන්නේ grid එකේ බලන්නේ? Intersection means when there are 2 events, the intersection is the common part. Right? It's a common part. Okay? එතකොට yes. So that answer side we can further simplify. Yes, that's correct. එතකොට if you look at here, if you look at the grid, since intersection means the common part of the 2 events, the events දෙක කියන්නේ overlap වෙන තැන මෙතන නේද? එහෙනම් this is the intersection. Okay? Events දෙක overlap වෙන මෙතන, so this is the intersection. එහෙනම් that is what we have to find. 1 over 12. Intersection can have common, the common part. Okay. Then fourth one, probability of A union B. What is the probability of this? As I said, intersection means the common ones. Union means everything. May events දෙකේ තියෙන ඔක්කොම. This is our event 1 and this is our event 2. ඒකේ තියෙන ඔක්කොම කියන්නේ 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That is all of this. එහෙනම් it is 7 over 12. Is this clear, Lama? Can you all give me a thumbs up, please? Sahiru? Randira, can you hear me? Okay. Randira, can you hear me? Because your audio keeps getting disconnected. That's why. Randira, let me know. If you can hear me, let me know. Okay, and then miscellaneous, okay. Miscellaneous, we have 6th and 7th, right? Okay. Let me get the question to the whiteboard. There are 4 choices for each question in a multiple choice question paper, out of which only one answer is correct. A student who is unsure of the answers For the two of the questions, choose random answers. There are four choices. Right? There are four choices for each question in a multiple choice question paper, out of which only one answer is correct. There are choices happening. Ekai hari answer ekada තියෙන. A student who is unsure of the answers for two of the questions chose random answers. එතකොට ආ questions දෙකක answers විදිහට නිකන් randomly answers තෝරලා. We have to draw a tree diagram and show. Okay. මට කියන්න the tree diagram එක මෙහෙම නෙන්නේ. සාමාන්‍ය typically tree diagram එකක මේ diagram එක එන්නේ මෙන්න මේ විදිහට. There could be variations but generally මෙහෙම එන්නේ. Right? Like this. What comes here? What comes here? මට කියන්න මෙතනට මොකක්ද එන්නේ කියලා. What comes here? Okay, Metna. Yes, Chenuli. Lankita Sahir, you can also answer even if you haven't done. You can now read and tell me what comes there. That is the correct answer. That is the correct answer. මෙතන correct answer කියලා ලියන්නත් පුළුවන් නැත්නම් C. ඒතර C කියලා නිකන් දැම්මොත් කවුරුත් දන්නවා මොකටද C කියලා දැම්මේ. ඒක තමයි පැත්තෙන් ලියන්න C means the correct answer. Then I කියලා මම දාන්නේ incorrect answer. ඔයගලන්ට කැමති letter එකක් දාන්න පුළුවන් depends on what you are putting. නැත්නම් ඔයගලන්ට කෙලින්ම correct incorrect කියලා දාන්නත් පුළුවන්. Correct answer, incorrect answer, correct, incorrect, correct, incorrect. So these are the outcomes. What is the first event? What do I put here? What is the first event? First question, yes. Make Avila question 1 or first question. ඒක තමයි first event එක. එයා අතර questions දෙකකටනේ answers දන්නේ නැත්නම් එහෙනම් second event එක කියන්නේ second question එක. Now we have to mark the probabilities. Let's see. 4 choices හැම වෙලෙම එකයි හරි උත්තරේ. එහෙනම් when you are attempting a multiple choice question where there are 4 answers and only one answer is correct, what is the probability of you getting the correct answer? What is the probability of you getting the correct answer? Just like your O-level paper. Yeah, it's 1/4. Choices හතරක් තියෙනවා. එකයි හරි උත්තරේ වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙනම් probability of getting the correct answer would be 1/4. Then what is the probability of getting the incorrect answer? Yes. If there is only one correct answer, the rest of the choices are wrong. Then the probability of getting an incorrect answer is 3/4. හතරෙන් එකක් හරි කියන්නේ තුනක් වැරදි. So first question එකේ correct answer එක ඇවිල්ලා second question එකේ correct answer එක ආය 1/4. First එක correct වෙලා second එක incorrect වෙන්න පුළුවන්, that is 3/4. First එක incorrect වෙලා second එක correct වෙන්න පුළුවන් 1/4. First එක incorrect වෙලා second එකත් incorrect වෙන්න පුළුවන්, that is 3/4. මෙහෙම තමයි tree diagram එක එන්න ඕනේ. මෙහෙම නැත්තම් වැරදි. Okay? Okay, let's find the probabilities. Roman number 1. The same choice number is selected for both questions. How would you get that? How would you get that? Alamai? Nandira keeps getting disconnected. No? අපි කොහොමද මේකේ answer එක ගන්නෙ? What do you think? Did you all get the answer here? Metna, generally, did you get the answer here? Do you think we can get this answer from this tree diagram? Lankita, tree diagram part is a bit of a lengthy question, like lengthy part, lengthy lesson, right? Because we learned the tree diagram, we did several examples for it. So what I can do is I will, because I make question, I learn question again, pass probability, right? We even started angles in a circle. So what I will do is, before the week before, last week කොහොමද අපි class එක තිබුණේ නෑනේ. ඒතර 8 වෙනිදා තමයි මම ආවේ නැත්තේ, right? So 8 වෙනිදා class එකේ record එක මම ඔයාලට එවන්නම්. I don't know if you were absent the previous week. ඔයාලට බලලා මට කියන්න which days you were absent කියලා, and I will send the recording of those dates. Okay? Now give me 1 second. Huh? Okay, lamai. Yes. So what did y'all get for this? What did y'all get for this? Same choice number කියලා කිව්වම ළමයි, now if you take an MCQ now කියන්නේ Roman number 1, Roman number 2, Roman number 3, Roman number 4, right? එතකොට first එකේත් Roman number 1 select කළා, second එකේත් Roman number 1 select කළා. නැත්නම් first එකේ Roman number 2 නා second එකේත් Roman number 2. First එකේ Roman number 3, second එකේත් Roman number 3, first එකේ Roman number 4, second එකේ Roman number 4. But in our tree diagram, it is not possible to get that answer. Same choice number කියන එක අපිට ගන්න බෑ අපේ tree diagram එක, right? Then we will have to draw a separate tree diagram. නේද? ඒතර choices හතර දාලා මෙහෙම 1 2 3 4 then මේ 1 2 3 4 ඊපස්සේ මෙතනිනුත් 1 2 3 4 මෙතනිනුත් 1 2 3 4 මෙතනිනුත් 1 2 3 4 මෙතනිනුත් 1 2 3 4. This is not practical and this is not what we have learned. අපි මෙච්චර ඉගෙනගෙන නැහැනේ. And anyways, tree diagram එකක the entire point is to kind of give you an overall idea in a simplified diagram. මේ diagram එක ගත්තම it's not simplified, right? මේ question එකේ there is an error, right? Make it should not be the same choice number, it should be the same choice. Same choice කියන එකත් වැරදි. It's like same outcome වගේ තමයි උත්තර එන්න ඕනේ. Right? මේක ඔයගලන්ට textbook එකේ උනත් if you can change it, same outcome or something. මම දීලා තියෙන එක අපිට rephrase කරගන්න. So what they are trying to ask you is first and second time දෙකම correct වෙන්නයි, first time second time දෙකම incorrect වෙන්නයි තියෙන probability එක. ඒ කියන්නේ getting the same outcome both instances. First question එකයි second question එකයි දෙකම correct, නැත්නම් first question එකයි second question එකයි දෙකම incorrect. Right? Did you all get what I mean? Give me a thumbs up if you understood. ඒක හින්දා ඒක ඔයගොල්ලෝ attempt කරාද මන් දන්නේ නැහැ, but I mean it's not that you cannot attempt it. මං කිව්වාගේ මේ අර complex tree diagram again, complex can there are too many branches. You can attempt it, right? But using our tree diagram, our choice number method included. We have only included correct and incorrect. Eka hinda, we will now find for getting the same outcome. Etakota, let's say, probability of getting the same outcome. Okay. ඒ කියන්නේ first time correct answer එකක් ඇවිල්ලා second time correct answer එකක් එන්නත් පුළුවන්. Like this. See? If you take this branch, first time correct, second time also correct. That is 1/4 multiplied by 1/4. Plus, නැත්තම් first time incorrect වෙලා second time උත් incorrect වෙන්න පුළුවන්. That is 3/4 multiplied by 3/4. Okay. So we will simplify. 1 times 1 is 1. 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10/16. මෙහෙම leave කරත් කමක් නැහැ. Or you can further simplify as 5/8. You can divide it by 2 and get it as 5/8. Is this clear? Thumbs up, please. All right. Roman number 2. Both answers are correct. Both answers are correct. Yani මෙන්න මේ branch එක. Right? They're talking about this branch. Oh, I erased my. So, first answer is correct and the second answer is also correct. Yeah, both answers correct. Yani 1/4 multiplied by 1/4. Okay. That would be 1/4 multiplied by 1/4 equals 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 4 is 16. Okay. Roman number 3. Probably at least one answer is correct. ඒ කියන්නේ ළමයි ඒ කියන්නේ if you take this particular event or the outcome, first answer is correct and the second answer is correct. Can we consider it under this criteria? At least one answer is correct. Mama, can we consider this? Can we? When we say at least one answer is correct, both answers can be correct, right? Okay. When we say at least one answer is correct, that means both answers can be correct. No problem. එහෙනම් ඒක අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන්. 1/4 multiplied by 1/4. Plus, first answer ka correct වෙලා second answer ka incorrect වෙන්න පුළුවන්. That also can be considered under this criteria. 1/4 multiplied by 3/4. Plus, first answer can be incorrect and the second answer can be correct. That is 3/4 multiplied by 1/4. Then, if the first answer is incorrect and the second answer is also incorrect, ඒක අපිට ගන්න බෑ because at least one answer has to be correct. Okay? So we will simplify. 1 times 1 is 1, 4 times 4 is 16. 1 times 3 is 3, 4 times 4 is 16. 3 times 1 is 3, 4 times 4 is 16. 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 1, 7. So we get 7/16. Okay. So is this clear, Lama? Give me a thumbs up if it's clear. Okay. Okay. I'll give you a minute to do the recorrections and then we will move on to angles in a circle. Quickly. I know we have another question to correct. Make recorrections karagana make the minute ekak denna. After that we will do the 7th question and then angles in a circle. All right, let's move on. Seventh question. Let me get the seventh question to the whiteboard. A and B are two government servants who work in the same office. Again, government officers. They are entitled to a day's leave on any one of the 5 working days in a week. Assuming that each of A and B gets his leave at random, on a grid, depict the sample space of all the possible ways in which they both can get leave during the 5 days of a week. Hence, find the probability of each of the following events. Okay. එහෙනම් මෙහෙම නේද grid එකෙන් ඕනේ. So grid එකේ මම y axis එක ගන්නවා 8 getting the leave with the day that A gets the leave. ඒක අපි දාමු A getting the leave. A getting leave. Then x axis I will use to represent B getting a leave. So on any of the 5 working days, which is from Monday to Friday. So this could be Monday, or this could be Tuesday. It could be Monday, it could be Tuesday, it could be Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday. On this side, the same Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. These are the only possibilities. So now I will mark the sample space. Then number Monday ganna puluwan, meya Monday, meya Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Thursday, Monday, Friday. So likewise, I can mark the entire grid like this. All right, like this. Okay. Now we will find the probabilities. A taking a leave on Monday. Let me see. A in a y axis. A taking a leave on Monday and B taking a leave on Wednesday. A Monday, B Wednesday can make an event. So here A Monday and B Wednesday. Now that is the event. So Roman number 1 mark karanawa. The probability is 1 over 25. Then Roman number 2. B taking a leave on a day previous to A. A ganna dawasata kaling dawasa thamai B ganne. Let's see how we can show this. A Monday gattot, B taking a leave on a day previous to A. A Monday gattot, B taking a Sunday na eka hariyanne. A Monday nam B Sunday nam that doesn't work. But A Tuesday nam B the Monday leave ekak ganna puluwan ne? Because always B has to take a leave on a day previous to A. So if A is getting a leave on Monday, B should take a leave on Sunday, and it doesn't work because Sunday is not a work day. Then if A is getting a leave on Tuesday, B is getting a leave on Monday. A can amend May event. A Tuesday, B Monday. Then A is getting a leave on Wednesday now. B should take a leave on Tuesday. Like this. A Wednesday, B Tuesday. If A is getting a leave on Thursday, B should take a leave on Wednesday. That is this. A Thursday, B Wednesday. And if A is getting a leave on Friday, B should get on Thursday. That is this. See? If then beta ilang in Saturday අපිට Saturday ගන්න බෑ. එහෙනම් මෙන්න මේ ටික තමයි ඒකට එන්නේ. So I'm separately තියෙන ටික erase කරලා I will mark together. Like this. This is my Roman number 2. That is 4 over 25. Is this clear, Lama? Is this clear, Lamai? Give me a thumbs up, please. Metna Sahiru? No. Can B take a leave on Monday if A takes a leave on Friday? If A takes a leave on Friday, B should take a leave on Thursday. මොකද A leave එක ගන්න දවසට කලින් දවසනේ B ගන්නෙ. If A is taking a leave on Friday, B should take a leave on Thursday. And හැමලෙම කලින් දවසනේ එන්නේ. Metna, I know that's not what you asked, but the question is not clear. Can B take a leave on Monday if A takes in Friday? No. What are you trying to ask? A Friday ගත්තොත් අනිවාර්යෙන් B Thursday. මොකද කලින් දවසනේ. If B is taking a leave on Friday, එහෙනම් A වැඩ කරනෝනේ Saturday. ඒතර ඒක අපිට ගන්න බෑ. Any day on any day previous නෙවෙයි. On a day previous to A. On a day previous to A. B taking leave on a day previous to A. Okay, now I'm questioning. 1 second. B taking a leave on a day previous to A. On a day previous to A. That means on one day previous to A. So you're assuming that it could be any day previous to the day that A is taking a leave. According to the question, එහෙම assume කරන්නත් පුළුවන් අපිට. Because it says B taking a leave on a day previous to A. Okay, එහෙම ගත්තොත් කොහොමද එන්නේ? අපි ඒක try කරලා බලමු. Let's try that. So if A is taking a leave on Monday, B doesn't have any choice නේ. ඒතර Sunday එක වැඩක් නැහැ. If A is taking a leave on Tuesday, B should take a leave on Monday. That is this. If A is taking a leave on Wednesday, B can take a leave on 1 second. If A is taking a leave on Tuesday, B only has one choice, that is taking a leave on Monday. If A is taking a leave on Wednesday, B should take a leave on Tuesday. Or you are saying it could even be Monday, like this, right? A is taking a leave on Wednesday, B can take a leave on Tuesday or Monday. If A is taking a leave on Thursday, B can take a leave on Wednesday, Tuesday, or Monday. If A is taking a leave on Friday, B can take a leave on Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. එහෙම ගත්තොත්, if I combine all these circles, I get it like this. Like this. So that would be one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That would be 10 over 25. You can further simplify as 2 over 5. I think on a day previous to Ekuhama, I think that would be the better way. Yeah. But for the past, all the batches, I think Mama got on a day previous to Ekuhama, on 1 day previous to A. So if we take on 1 day previous to A, like that would be the previous day, no? So that's how we've been doing. So on a day previous to Ekuhama, technically this answer is correct. Yeah, I think that is a good outlook to the question. That's a good addition. Okay. But I will leave it anyways here because it depends on your interpretation, right? You can take it as on 1 day previous to A. So if it's on a day means 1 day. So 1 day previous to A. So you can even take it as 4 over 25. So I will leave that as well here. Okay. Then B taking a leave on a day after A. Okay, now let's see. B is taking a leave on a day after A. So if A is taking a leave on Monday, B is taking a excuse me, B is taking a leave on Tuesday. Or it can be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Because that any day after. If A is taking a leave on Tuesday, B takes a leave on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If A is taking a leave on Wednesday, B takes a leave on Thursday or Friday. If A is taking a leave on Thursday, B is taking a leave on Friday. Etakota, if you combine all of these, the event that we get is, the probability that we get is this. Okay, Roman number 3. So that is also the same probability as before, ne? 10 over 25, which is 2 over 5. On one day after A කියලා ගත්තොත් මෙහෙම එන්නේ. If A is taking a leave on Monday, B on Tuesday. If A is taking a leave on Tuesday, B will take on Wednesday. If A is taking on Wednesday, B Thursday. If A is taking on Thursday, B Friday. So that would be 4 over 25 again. So my probability එකත් මෙතන දානවා. But anyhow, I will just in case check this. Because if I remember right, mama previous classes, again, previous batches වල recordings සුට්ටක් බලන්න මට මතක විදිහට මම කියන්නේ අර විදිහට. But there could have been an error. So I will check that for sure and get back. Okay? Mama previous classes were recordings with Balala. I will recheck on that. Then fourth one. Both taking a leave on the same day. Now that is pretty easy because A Monday ගත්තොත් B Monday. A Tuesday ගත්තොත් B Tuesday. A Wednesday ගත්තොත් B Wednesday. A Thursday ගත්තොත් B Thursday and A Friday ගත්තොත් B Friday. That is our Roman number 4. So Roman number 4 is 5 over 25, or you can leave as 1 over 5. Is this clear, Lamai? Any question? If it's clear, give me a thumbs up. Okay. Lankita, Sahiru? Lankita? Okay. Anyways, Lankita, I will send you the recordings. Otherwise, or would have missed it. So I will send the recordings. WhatsApp. Okay, then in angles in a circle lesson, where did we stop? Where did we stop? Api, just in case, theorem 1 එක ලිව්වා. Did we do any examples for theorem 1? No. So we just wrote theorem 1. That means angle subtended by an arc at the center is twice the angle subtended by the same arc on the remaining part of the circle, right? Okay, so let's move to angles in a circle. Theorem එක කොහොමද එන්නේ? This is something that we already wrote. The angle subtended by an arc on the center of the circle is twice the angle subtended by the same arc on the remaining part of the circle. This is the theorem. We already wrote that. So we will try one example. For the examples, for one example, I will use what is on the textbook. We will discuss it on our own. And then අපි exercise එකේ examples ටිකක් discuss කරමු එකට. And then I will give you some to do as alone. Right? Okay. Okay. So, in this question, what you have to do is they have given that OAB is 20 degrees, which they have marked here. Right? And they're asking you to find ACB. They're asking you to find ACB. Okay. Then Mithana, from what we know, the angle subtended by an arc on the center of a circle is twice the angle subtended by the same arc on the remaining part of the circle. Here the considered arc is this. මෙයා තමයි arc. Okay. එයා center එකට subtend කරන angle එක තමයි මේක. AOB. That is this angle. එයා circle එකට subtend කරන angle එක තමයි මේක. That is this. So according to the theorem, since the angle subtended on the center is twice the angle subtended by the same mark on the circle, if I say that this is x, this should be 2x. Is that clear? A part එක clear ද හැමෝටම? Is that part clear? Others? Sahiru? එහෙනම්, okay. So if I want to find x, I definitely have to find 2x first. You can see that 2x is inside this triangle. My triangle, right? If you take triangle OAB, can you see that it is an isosceles triangle? Because namai OA කියන්නේ radius එකනේ. OB කියන්නේත් radius එක. OA is the radius, OB is the radius, and you know if it's the same circle, radius is equal. එහෙනම් මෙයයි equal. That means this is an isosceles triangle. අපි මුලින් මේක ලියලෙමු. OA equals OB. Reason radii of the same circle. Radii is a plural of radius, right? එහෙනම් therefore we can say therefore OAB is an isosceles triangle. We know in an isosceles triangle, the angles opposite to the equal sides are equal. ඒ කියන්නේ මේ angle එකයි equal නේ isosceles triangle එකක. Therefore we can say therefore OBA equals OAB. අපිට ඕන කෙලිම මෙතන දාන්න පුළුවන් equals 20. මොකද OAB වල value එක 20 කියලා දීලා තියෙනවා. 20. So you can write the reason as angles opposite to equal sides of a triangle. Okay. So if this is 20, this would also be 20. And now we can find 2x very easily because it's a triangle. We know the sum of the interior angles of a triangle is 108. So 2x plus 20 degrees plus 20 degrees equals 180. මෙතන ලියනවා sum of interior angles of triangle OAB. නැත්නම් OAB ඕනෙත් නැහැ මොකද මම උඩ topic එකක් දාලා තියෙනවා OAB කියලා. So therefore I don't need to write OAB. Triangle කියන එකට you can use the triangle sign. මට type කරන්න බැරි හින්දා මම ලිව්වේ. Triangle sign එක I can't type now. So this is the triangle sign. Angles වලට you can put the angle sign. So 2x plus 20 plus 20 can 40 equals 180. So 2x equals 180 minus 40. So 2x equals 140. Then both sides I can divide by 2. May 2 cancel වෙනවා. So x is equal to 70. So මෙතන මට කෙලිම x වල value එකම ආවා, right? So instead of that, what I will do here is I will do a slight change. මට theorem එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ට පෙන්නන්න ඕන හින්දා මම පොඩි change එකක් මෙතන කරන්නම්. Instead of 2x, I will mark this as y. Okay, I will mark this as y. Just to show you the theorem. Okay, so y, then this would be y plus 40 equals 180. Let me erase this part here. So y equals may 40 අනිත් පැත්තට ගෙනිච්චාම minus 40 degrees. So y is equal to 140 degrees. So that is the value of this angle, which is y, AOB. So y කියන්නේ A or B. හරිද? දැන් තමයි අපි අපේ theorem එක apply කරන්නේ. මේ AB කියන arc එකෙන් center එකට subtend කරපු angle එක මේ. එයාම circle එකට subtend කරන angle එක මේක. Therefore, this should be half of this, or this should be twice of this, right? එහෙනම් අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් therefore ACB equals මම එක පල්ලෙහෙන් දාන්න just to show that it's step by step half of AOB. නැත්නම් AOB is twice of ACB. Now inside the brackets we have to write that theorem that we learned. Angle subtended by the center, sorry, angle subtended on the center by an arc is twice the angle subtended of the circle. So take a brief color. So angle කියන එකට sign එක දාලා එහෙම ලියන්න පුළුවන්. If it's twice, the other way around, it should be half, no? So therefore, ACB equals half AOB අපිට ආවේ y නේ, that is 140 degrees. Therefore, we can get that ACB is 70 degrees. Is that clear, lamai? Lankita, Sahiru? Lankita? Okay. Shall we copy this down? Mami letters ටික අයින් කරන්න. Letters ටික අපිට ඕනේ. Make it, I will just straight away write AOB. Letters them mama first again, it will get a bit confused. AOB. All right, copy this down, let me make it fast. Quickly copy it down. Let me know in a done lamai. Lama, I'll give you 2 more minutes. Okay, Lama. Let's move on. Shall we move on? Have everybody finished? Done, Lama. Lankita. Excuse me, Lankita. Okay. Now go to your textbook, page number 170. मेरी ඔක්කොම ලියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, but let's just discuss, right? Okay. Here, you all tell me, නිකන් මට කියන්න මේ ලියන්න ඕනේ නැහැ, just chat box එකේ හරි unmute කරලා හරි මට කියන්න. In the first diagram, what is x? What is the value of x? You can clearly see the answer. Sahiru okay, Chenuli okay, Metna Lankita, what do you think? Lankita okay, Metna? Yes. You know, always it's half the angle subtended on the center. So that would be half of 100, which is 50. What is the value? What is x here? Okay, Mitna. Okay, Chenuli. Okay, Lankita. Sahiru. Yes. Here, this is the angle subtended on the center. That should be twice the angle subtended on the circle. So 30 ki twice can 60. So here, Lianepa, here x is 50. Here x is 60. What is the value of x here? Okay, Mitna. Okay, Sahiru. Okay. I got all your answers, but we will discuss, right? Leandro, now again, let's just discuss, right? Here, as you all can see, this is the arc. මේ තියෙන arc එක. Right? ඒ arc එකෙන් circle එකට, sorry, center එකට subtend කරලා තියෙන angle එක බලමු. This is the center, right? ඒ arc එකෙන් center එකට subtend කරලා තියෙන angle එක මෙන්න මේ. That is 50 degrees. ඒ arc එකෙන්ම circle එකට subtend කරලා තියෙන angle එක බලමු. So මෙන්න මෙහෙම ගිහිල්ලා මෙන්න මෙහෙම. This is circle, right? This is part of a circle. That is x. So x should be half of 50, right? So x should be half of 50, which is 25. Everybody, is it clear? Give me a thumbs up if it's clear. Okay. Then let's move on to the rest of the three. Again, don't write. Let's just discuss. So we will just discuss this. Okay. Now I will give you a minute to work this out. Can you all tell me what x is here? What is x here? मैं උඩ තුන කරන්න ඕනේ නෑ ළමයි. You don't have to write, but මේ අන්තිම තුන කරනවද ඔයගොල්ලෝ? Let's consider them as examples. එක ලියලා හදන්න බලන්න. This is what is this exercise? 31.2. First එකේ Roman number 4, 5, 6. But don't take too much time. I will give you 6 minutes for everything. I think that would be enough. 7 minutes. Okay. Quickly do this. මේ තුන කරන්න බලන්න. If you are done before the timer goes off, let me know. එක ලියන්න. Diagrams අඳින්න ඕනේ නැහැ, just write it. Make it fast. Lama, have you all finished? You have 1.5 more, 1 minute again. Have you all finished? Okay. Anyways, time's up. Huh? Now here, x තමයි හොයන්න ඕනේ. Right. If you consider this arc, මේ arc එකෙන් center එකට subtend කරලා තියෙන angle එක මේක, but and also එයා circle එකට subtend කරලා තියෙන angle එක මේක, but you can't really get it valid. එහෙනම් we have to consider this big arc. This one. If you take this big arc ළමයි, එයා center එකට subtend කරලා තියෙන angle එක මෙන්න මේක. එයා circle එකට subtend කරලා තියෙන angle එක මෙන්න මේක. That is x. Okay, so here we are considering the big arc. So first of all, we have to find this angle. So let's find that angle. You know 360 degrees minus 50 degrees would be 310 degrees. So x is half of 310, which is 155. Is that clear to all of you? Quickly give a thumbs up. මෙතන ලොකුට reasons, theorems යනක මම වැඩි ගණන් ගත්තේ නැහැ. Let's just first find the values. And later on, we will properly write the answers in the coming questions. ඉස්සරහට එන questions වල හරියට reasons වල එහෙම answer කරියෝ. Okay. මොනවාද බලමු මෙතන තියෙන arcs? We have one arc here. මේ arc එක ගත්තොත් එයා center එකට subtend කරන angle එක මේක. එයා circle එකට subtend කරන angle එක මේක. Okay. If you get this arc, එයා center එකට subtend කරන angle එක මේක. එයා circle එකට subtend කරන angle එක මේක. So first of all, I'm going to consider this arc. මෙන්න මේ arc එක consider කරලා, as we said, this is the angle subtended on the center. This is the angle subtended on the circle. එතකොට මට මෙන්න මේ angle එක, let's say this is y. Y හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. Y is 2 times 80. Because you know center එකට subtend කරන්නේ circle එකට subtend කරනවා වගේ twice. So y should be 160. ඊළඟට ඔන්න y ව ගත්තා. Then I'm going to consider this. මෙන්න මේ arc එක center එකට subtend කරන angle එක මේක. යා circle එකට subtend කරන angle එක මේක. So we can get, let's say this is letter P. P කියන්නේ, if this part is y, the rest of it is P. So 360 වලින් y ව subtract කරන්න ඕනේ. 360 minus 160, which is 200. X කියන්නේ 200 වල half. That would be 100. Did you all get that answer, lamai? Thumbs up, quick thumbs up. Sahiru, any question? Okay, all right. Now, if you take here, this is the arc. Let's say this is the arc. And this is the angle subtended on the circle. This is the angle subtended, angle subtended on the center. This is the angle subtended on the circle. I will call this y. So I know y is half of 70. Half of 70 is 35. And I'm at a y with 35 කියලා. Now let me erase this. Here I got y is 35. Now let me consider this circle. This triangle. Can I get this angle? මේ angle එක මට ගන්න පුළුවන්ද? What is the value of that angle? You can see that this is a straight, yes. You can see that this is a straight line. If this is 70, මම මේක කොහොමද හොයාගන්නේ 180 වලින් 70 subtract කරනවා. Let's say this is Z. So Z is equal to 180 subtract 70. 180 කියන්නේ why? Because it's a straight line, right? That would be 110. Now Z කියන්නේ 110. එහෙනම් the sum of interior angles in a triangle is 180. So I can find the value of x. So x plus 35 plus 110 equals 180. මෙතන reasons නැති වුණාට කමක් නැහැ. X plus 145 equals 180. 180 minus 145. X කියන්නේ 35. Is that clear? Is there another way how you can get 35? So this is how you got like interior angles in a triangle with it. Is there, let's say, like a shorter way of finding x? For example, is there a shorter way of getting x? Yes, that is one. Exterior angle theorem. What is the exterior angle theorem? Exterior angle theorem there is even another shorter way. Short figure out now here this is 70. No? If this is 70, now y can be 35 already. Y 35 now x lazy because if you take this triangle, this is the exterior angle. You know exterior angle equals sum of interior opposite angles. X plus 35, method 35 x plus 35 equals 70. Therefore, x equals 35 kira simply ganna pulu. After this step, me step ekata passe. Uda step එක කොහොමත් common. This step must be there. After you get y, you can get this. මාමගේ මේ mic එකේ ශබ්ද ටිකක් වැඩි කරන්න. How about now, Lankita? Can you hear me? Yes, okay. Okay, so that is one method. If I say that there's even a short method, a short method, can you think of a shorter method for this? Theorem prove it would be a little long, but otherwise it's not going to be that long. Now this is an isosceles triangle, no? Because this is radius, this is also radius. So this is an isosceles triangle. Yes. If it's an isosceles triangle, if y is 35, x is also 35. Isosceles triangle prove karanna giyot meter chuttak steps වැඩි වෙනවා, but otherwise you can just say X equals 35 because it's an isosceles triangle. The base angles are equal. Anyways, these three, are they clear? Give me a thumbs up, please. Lankita? Okay. So here, formal proof part එක අපි කරන්නේ නැහැ. It's not really required. But we will straight away jump to questions, like proper explaining questions. Formal proof exam එකේ අහන්නේ නැහැ. Right? But formal proof එකේ තියෙන different elements අර ලොකු geometry questions වල තනින් තන එන්න පුළුවන්. So they won't directly ask you formal proof කියලා, but formal proof එකේ තියෙනවා තනින් තන අහන්න පුළුවන්. But මේකේ වෙනම formal proof එකෙන් කියලා අහන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. So everything we can do using questions. We can cover using questions, right? So there's nothing new in the formal proof. So let's dive into the questions. Go to exercise 31.3. Okay. Let's try the first question and the third question. 31.3. අපි එකිනෙක කරමු. මුලින්ම first question එක ඉවර කරලා, first question is not going to be that difficult. So first question එක ඉවර කරලා we will do the third question. Let's first do the first one. මම මේකට දෙන්නම් ඔයගලන්ට 4 minutes. 4 minutes වලින් කරන්න පුළුවන් question එකක්. Okay. 31.3. Make it fast. දැන් ළමයි properly theorems reasons ලියලා මේක කරන්න ඕනේ. Did you all finish doing this? Chenuli done. Metna done. Lankita done. Sahiru, do you need more time? Okay. Now they have given that OA and AB are equal. So according to them, okay, ACB 30 කියලා පෙන්නන්න ඕනේ. OB and AB are equal. OB and AB are equal. That is something that they have given. That is something that they have given. At the same time, we know since this is radius and this is also radius, and in a circle, radius is always the same. So we know OA is equal to OB. Right? OA is equal to OB කියලා අපි දන්නවා. So OA equals OB. Why do I say that? Because it's the radii of the circle. Radii of the circle. So if if OB is equal to AB and OA is equal to OB, that means all three are equal. Therefore, OB equals, yes, Lankita, equals OA, right? So we can say, therefore, triangle AOB is an equilateral triangle. And we know in an equilateral triangle, the angles inside are all equal to 60 degrees, right? So we will write, we can straight away write this. අපිට කෙලින්ම ලියන්න පුළුවන් AOB equals 60 degrees. එහෙම ලියනවා නම් ඔයා reason එක ලියන්න ඕනේ හරියට interior angles of an equilateral triangle කියලා. Right? Interior angle of an equilateral triangle. You can use the triangle and angle signs, right? And we also know this is half of this because that is a theorem that we just learned, right? So we can write ACB, say CB, no? Yeah. Is half of AOB because AOB would be twice of ACB. ඕන එකවර මෙතන ලියන්න පුළුවන්. AOB is twice ACB, therefore ACB is half of AOB කියලා ඕන එතන ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Right? So make a reason එක angle subtended on the center by an arc is twice the angle subtended on the circle by the same arc. Okay. Then we know AOB is 60. So half of 60 will be 30. All right. I hope that's clear. Give me a thumbs up if it's clear. If you have questions, you can ask. Excuse me, Lamai. Okay, let's try the third question. I have put the question in the whiteboard as well. Let's try the third question. Excuse me. Okay, start. Make it, I will give you like 8 minutes. You have 2.5 more minutes. Done? Metna? Generally has a connection issue. It's okay. We'll discuss. Okay. So A, B, C, and D are points on a circle of center O. Can I first ask, did you all get the answer? Did you all get the answer? Yes or no? Okay. Sahiru? Okay. So according to them, AOC equals ABC. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to introduce the letter X. Because X, if I put X, it would be easier. Since ABC and AOC are equal, I will put the letter X. May I? So මම X කියලා දාපු හින්දා මම introduce කරනවා මගේ answer එකේ මොකටද මම X දැම්මේ. Usually you have to do that. ABC equals AOC equals X. So ABC equals AOC කියන එක they have given, no? And I have put X. Okay. Now if you consider මෙහෙමද කරේ කියලා බලන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ. If you consider this arc, this is the angle subtended on the center by that arc. This is the angle subtended on the circle. So if this is X, this should be 2X. Neither. එහෙනම් this angle should be 2X. එහෙනම් මම එක ලියනවා. AOC කිව්වම මෙයත් AOC නේ. එහෙනම් AOC reflex එක. එළියේ තියෙන එක නා reflex angle. AOC reflex is equal to twice ABC. So I have to write the reason, of course. Angle subtended by an arc on the center is twice the angle subtended on the circle. Okay. Then Therefore, AOC reflex would be twice ABC can x නේ. So twice ABC can 2x. එහෙනම් ඔන්න මම මෙතන 2x කියලා දාපු එක දැන් මෙතන පොඩ්ඩක් පේන්නේ නැහැ වගේ. I will use a different color to mark this. So this angle is 2x. So එහෙම බැලුවම if you consider this center O කියන point එක ගත්තාම here x, here 2x. You know the angle around a point is 360. So x plus 2x equals 360. I will write the reason as sum of angles around a point. That means 3x equals 360. Therefore, x equals 360 divided by 3, which is 120. Now, if you consider this arc, this is the angle subtended on the center by that arc. This is the angle subtended on the circle by that arc. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙයා වගේ twice තමයි මෙයා. එහෙනම් I will write it here. ADC is equal to half of AOC. මේ අර උඩ දාපු reason එකම තමයි. So මට නම් copy paste කරන්න පුළුවන්. Of course you have to write it again, right? Okay. So AOC කියන්නේ x නේ, and we know x is 120. මෙතන අපි දාලානේ තියෙන්නේ AOC කියන්නේ x. So x is 120. එහෙනම් ADC will be half of 120, which is 60 degrees. That is what they're asking you to show. Is that clear, both of you? Sahiru? Okay. Mark the homework as 4 and 5. Homework. This is 31.3. Four, 5 are homework. Okay. Put a topic, angles in the same segment. Angles in the same segment. Put a topic. Theorem එක මුලින් අපි ලියාගෙන ඉමු, then I will explain. Theorem එක ලියන්න. The angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Quickly write this theorem. Angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Quickly write the theorem. So, okay. Let's put an example. Example is coming. First, I will explain. Example and I will explain color. Then I will let's do some examples. If you get a circle, lamai, let's say this is a circle. This is a, let's say anyway, this is a circle, right? And this is center O. So this is the angle subtended by a certain arc on the center. Okay. Then this is the angle subtended by the same arc on the circle. Okay. Okay. So if I say that this is 2x, you know that this will be x. Now, if I draw another one like this, what is the value of this angle? What is the value of that angle? X. Because that is still may arc එකෙන් center එකට subtend කරේ මෙයා. ඒ arc එකෙම circle එකට subtend කරපු එක්කෙනෙක් තමයි මෙයා. So if this is 2x, this will of course be x. Then I will mark it as x. Then there's another angle like this. What is the value here? X. It's still x. If this is the arc, මේ center එකට subtend කරපු angle එක මේක circle එකට subtend කරපු angle එකක්. So අනිත් ඒවාත් ඒ වගේ තමයි, but that is also an angle subtended on the circle. Okay? Then if I draw another one like this. This also, as you can see, may arc එකෙන් center එකට subtend කරා 2x, ඒ arc එකෙන්ම circle එකට subtend කරා x. So that would be x. Okay. එහෙනම් මේ blue, green, red and brown, all these angles are equal. So so I wanted to show you that those are equal. මම මැද තියෙන එක දැන් erase කරන්නම්. So that means these are equal. මම center එකට angle එක subtend කරලා පෙන්නුවේ මේක equal කියලා පෙන්වන්න ඕනේ. Right? So මම මේකට so I can divide the circle like this. දැන් මම select කරපු arc එක මේකනේ. This is the arc that I selected. ඒ arc එක use කරලා මට මේ circle එක කොටස් දෙකකට බෙදන්න පුළුවන්. Like this. මේ arc එකේ මේ corners දෙක මම join කරනවා. Arc එකේ corners දෙක join කරාම this is one part of the circle and this is the other part of the circle. These we call segments. Okay? So this is one segment, may orange yellow එක one segment and green එක another segment. එතකොට you can see that. So I'm a segment එක මෙහෙම line එකකින් draw කරන්න. You can see that මෙන්න මේ segment එක ගත්තොත් ඒකේ ඉන්න ඔක්කොම angles are equal. ඒකේ ඉන්න ඔක්කොම angles are equal. ඒ segment එකේ ඉන්න ඔක්කොම angles are equal. Right? Therefore, this equals this, equals this, equals this. So මම මුලින්ම ඔයගලන්ට පෙන්නනවා කොහොමද ඒවා equal වෙන්නේ. මොකද center එකට subtend කරලා තියෙන angle එකක් එක්ක comparatively ගත්තොත් how they are equal කියලා මම කිව්වා. And then I explained how segments work. එතකොට අර angles හතරම මට කියන්න පුළුවන් එකම segment එකේ ඉන්න angles හතරක් කියලා. Therefore, we can say angles in the same segment of a circle are equal. Therefore, if I label this as A and this as B, අපි center එකක් O කියලා තියමු. Center is O. This is C, this is D, this is E, and this is F. According to the theorem, I can directly say center එක කතා කරන්නේ නැතුව මට directly කියන්න පුළුවන්. Angle ACB equals angle ADB equals angle AEB equals angle AFB. The reason angles in the same segment. That's why they are equal according to our theorem. The theorem එක reason එකක් විදිහට you can just say angles in the same segment or angles in the same segment are equal. Is that clear? Is that clear? Sahiru? Okay, quickly write this one. Quickly write this one. And then we will do an example. Make it a galiagan.